What's up, guys? Tricks Ridiculous back with another video, and in this one I wanted to give my thoughts and kind of a review on the Cosmic Cube Villain Sector, the Beating the Odds mission. If you haven't already played it, I strongly advise you go check it out. There will be content playing from it in the background, so spoilers if you haven't already played it, but strongly advise go play it for yourself before watching any further in this video. Before we get into it, be sure to like and subscribe. That does really help out the channel if you do like these videos, and I greatly appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get into it. Now, I am just going to be talking about the Villain Sector mission, specifically the Beating the Odds mission. I'm not going to really go into it about the actual event that's coming with it, which will be going live as of the day of this video, because I don't expect really much from the event. I do believe it's going to be pretty similar to the Red Room event, a couple of, minor objectives that ultimately build up a bigger objective that gets us, an animated nameplate and some exotics, etc., etc. So not expecting too much from there, but really the meat and potatoes here is the Villain Sector itself. And I mean, I don't think there's even debate about it. It's the best Villain Sector, hands down. It really makes the previous Villain Sectors look like they should be called a different type of mission, because this is it's like a totally new thing. It takes a little bit of what we already know, so there's still some hold the point, destroy this thing, pull, get the little thing to pull out and then shoot it, or destroy these pieces. But it kind of took that to a next level and on a bigger scale. There were like 5 capture points. There were multiple things we had to destroy, all while these enemies were happening about. Really cool, and would be really interesting to see how that would work at a higher level, maybe even as like an Omega level threat. It also had mechanics we've never seen before, and a boss with very unique and powerful abilities. I know a lot of people who actually, just myself included, were struggling, with the boss itself, just because there was a little bit of a learning curve to figure out some of the mechanics, right? So if you, went in there and you kind of didn't know exactly what you were doing the first few times you got in there, you were pretty much susceptible to some of the bigger attacks. You didn't know you had to hide behind the pillars, things like that. So there was definitely a learning curve a little bit. It wasn't anything too crazy, let's be honest. But there was, like I said, just a little bit more of a mechanic than just your standard Taskmaster Abomination, or the jet, or the other stupid thing, the spider tank. So really good to see that. A couple of minor criticisms about the Villain Sector. I will say it's very not companion friendly, which is, I guess, not a bad thing. I hope that they're moving more towards 4-player co-op content. But if you are a solo player, you're playing with companions. I played with companions my very first time playing in the Villain Sector, just because I really wanted to experience it at my own pace. And I can tell you that those companions were absolute idiots. They didn't know what the hell they were doing, and they couldn't really interact with the mechanics very well. So, for example, like hiding behind the pillar in response to Monica's attack, that just doesn't register with the companion AI. They can't, or at least they don't right now, understand those types of mechanics. So that is a little bit interesting. It leads me to believe that, that's probably a pretty good reason why, like, when more raid-like content comes out with more complex mechanics, they are going to be 4-player co-op only, because, having companions, it just won't work. They won't be able to do the objectives or follow the in-game puzzles that well. The other, and it's just a minor gripe about it, but it definitely was heavily favored towards ranged builds. Melee builds had a whale of a time, trying to do this. The boss was simply too far away for melee builds to really, shine. Now, in a group of 4, the melee builds can definitely put in some work on the ground, but then for the actual boss DPS, you really wanted to come in here with a ranged character to really just be able to put her away. Or, if you're also just like have a super crazy Hulk or Thor. I mean, she can still just get one shot just like other bosses. But like I said, I hope that, future bosses and stuff aren't just like these enemies that are just so far away on the map that you basically have to go ranged and have no other choice. Again, that's just speculation. I don't have any confirmation that that's going to happen. I just hope it doesn't. But overall, this mission, hands down, absolutely is the standard of content going forward. And really, this is content I wish I would have saw on day one from this game. But I think, what I'm hearing from a lot of people in the community is a pretty general consensus is that playing this villain sector really does give people a lot of hope for the future of this game. I can only hope that every piece of content, and we're going to get villain sectors in Black Panther, right? We're going to get more stuff coming. My hope and our only hope is that this level of content, this level of detail from the Cosmic Cube villain sector is the benchmark. Like, that should be what they strive for in every piece of content they put out, or higher. If you compare, that villain sector to something like Taskmaster or Abomination, that's 1.0. That's vanilla. That's like I said, those villain sectors, future state of this game, I'm hoping those aren't even called villain sectors anymore. They should remove them from the map, because this gives the name villain sector, something that matters, right? So that's really my stance on it. Like I said, I really hope that this is the type of content they're putting out going forward. And it really does give me hope, for the future of this game. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, if you haven't played it, but you still watched the video, I hopefully it didn't spoil it too hard for you, but go check it out. And anyway, that's it. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What do you think? Are your expectations raised for Black Panther now? Let me know down in the comments. And again, be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you do like these videos. It really does help me out a lot, and I greatly appreciate it. But anyway, that's it for me, guys. I'll see you in the next one.